Africa is dangerous. Yo. Imagine my friend yesterday, I posted on my story about the 6 months that I lived in Africa and how I can't wait to go back this year. And this brother said to me, he said, man, Africa is dangerous. My brother, you live in Chirac. Yes, home of King Von, the serial unaliver, Chief Keef. We saw what happened over Juneteenth weekend. I mean, come on, man. It's dangerous in the States. And I think that's one of the things that they use to scare us, fear, instilling fear in us and saying, oh, this is dangerous. Oh, this is scary. Don't do this, right? And if you listen to that and you internalize it, you realize that, it makes you not want to leave your environment. It makes you want to stay trapped in a potentially very dangerous environment, more so than where you want to go or travel to. It's almost like the lie when they tell us that Africans hate us. I'm going to do a video about that, so look out for that. It's like, no, don't do this because this thing is scary or it's bad. It's like when people used to say money is the root of all evil. You're using scare tactics and fear mongering to prevent people from wanting to branch out and do other things that may help their lives or expand their consciousness. Listen, go visit Africa, man. It's beautiful and they love us as Black Americans. We are one. Peace from Khalees.
I'm trying to be out there like Khalees. She about to have 300 acres in Kenya. She on a farm. She living peaceful. She out there with her family. I'm trying to be like that. I ain't trying to be here too much longer, man. I'm trying to put some stuff into work so I can move permanently to Africa. I'm gonna definitely, it's either Ghana or Kenya or possibly Tanzania or Cameroon, but which is my native land. But yeah, I'm definitely trying to move out there and be like her, man. She out there enjoying her life. She out there with the animals. She out there in nature. You know what I'm saying? She living peaceful as hell. She living peaceful as hell. You know what I'm saying? Got her businesses going, got her farm going, got her crops. You know what I'm saying? She got everything she need in Africa. That's where I'm trying to be. That's where I'm about to move to. So I don't shit. White people be like, oh, move back. Oh, I'm working on it. Please, I'm working on it. America is not my final destination. Hell no. Y'all can have it. Y'all can have this shit. Me, and right out there in Kenya, on the farm. You know what I'm saying? Got my own land. You know what I'm saying? Got my kids out there. Everything. I'm trying to do that. Really, I just want to reconnect with the motherland. That's what I want. You know what I'm saying? I want to be out there permanently with my people. With my people. Get our affairs in order. Buy some land, get some acreage, build our home, get the farm, and live peacefully. Live peacefully.
One thing that I really love about our brothers and sisters, the African Americans outside the continent, is the fact that they really love the continent. And many of them, they're really coming back in the continent. And their decision to start investing in the continent, it's not only for the reason or for the purposes of making money. There is something behind it that is very wonderful, something very interesting that, they might be doing to the people of Africa, or they might be doing to the Black community as a whole, and they don't know. You see, some of you or some of us might think maybe it's just about investment, it's just about investing their money or getting profits or making wealth or generating wealth and all that. But at the end of the day, you see, many a times and in many years, the Black community has been separated. We have been divided. And the white man did not allow the Black people to be together because the white man understood the power that the Black people really have. And therefore, the white man knew very well that if these people are together, it is very difficult for us to be able to come out and manage them, or rather to come out and take advantage of them or rule them, because If they are together, they can be very powerful. Look at what the black community has been able to do in the white man's land. The black community has built America, and America is looking the way it's looking like today because of the power and because of the energy, because of the labor, because of the the efforts that the black community has given in to the growth of the economy, to the development of the country, the infrastructure, the beauty of the country, and everything that the country has, the dignity of the country, and all that. Above all, after all doing all those things, still they were not recognized. Still they were mistreated, and they are not recognized as the people who built this country or people who made this country look like the way it is. And now for years, the black community have been taken advantage of in the white man's land. They've suffered. They've gone through every kind of things. Now, the black community have recently been having interests in coming back to the continent, and many of them are really coming back to the continent. And whenever they come back to the continent, it becomes very difficult for them to go back to America or for them to go back to where they were, maybe the UK and all those Europe countries. And they've recently realized that if they get to start investing in Africa or investing in the continent, it's going to benefit them a lot. Now, this is not only going to unite us, but also make Africa strong. Something that I want to talk about after the end of the videos that I'm just about to play for you. I want you to take a look at this video, watch them clearly, tell me what you think of the comment section, and then I'll come back and tell you what is the reason or why is it good and why is it important that when the African Americans come back to Africa and start investing in Africa. I'm going to ask you to subscribe if you've not been able to subscribe, and if you are 10 subscribers, I really appreciate. Until then, let's take a look at these videos.
In the last 5 to 10 years, there's been a major exodus of people coming to the continent, and surprisingly, it's less people that don't even look like us that are investing more on the continent. We have about over 10,000 Chinese companies in Africa right now with a net worth of about $1 trillion. And that's just crazy to me that other people are seeing the value of us being back home. One of the industries that I want us to really focus on is the travel and concierge industry, because now that we have so many people moving back, we have to be able to get them right there, the right way, get to the continent the way it has to be done. Obviously, real estate is always a good way to go. And the food industry as well. I have a friend in the crowd. He's basically been franchising food businesses across the continent. And it's just one of those things that's also very, very successful.
Bringing this information to you all. I will be extremely busy across the continent, traveling across all 54 countries in Africa, trying to expand the cooperative. For the next 5 months, we have a marathon drive to raise that $250,000 for the Global African Diaspora Project, which the link is on the site. We are still up on GoFundMe. But those of you who are interested in the partnership investment program, that is something separate. We already have a few African American brothers and sisters who have already made the move, gone all the way to the ground to buy commercial farmland, and we are in the middle of writing contracts now between the African Americans who own that commercial farmland and the cooperative, between our lawyers, the lawyers for the cooperative, and the African Americans, their own law representatives in Nairobi. Yeah, we are right now at the summit of the mountain where we climbed, and it's the atmosphere here for some reason is very cool, the temperature, and the mountain range is astonishingly beautiful. If you can see from that side, if the cameraman can point on that side and just go around me, and you see the mountain range, all these people living up on the mountain range. This place is beautiful, all natural. Then those are all homes, and those are all farmers, you know, from small to medium-sized farmers. Then right there on that side is actually a game park with antelopes, with elephants, with, you know, just above that hill,
rhinos. It's
a rhinoceros. All of them are in there, just above that hill right there. If you go above that hill, you're gonna find yourself in the Roma Game Park, right in the is it Homa Bay?
Homa Bay County.
Homa Bay County. Nothing but elephants, rhinos. I mean, they are just right over that hill over there. It's so beautiful out here, you know. I mean, and some people live right at the top. I can see the last house before you meet the wild animals. It's gorgeous. It's like being on the mountains in the Alps in Switzerland times 10. The look. I mean, I'm not doing justice by actually saying what this place is. Wherever you see this video in America or in the UK, you need to come and take a look for yourself. You need to visit this place. When you come here, we have a community here that can show you the whole of this area, and you will really, really appreciate what your eyes can see here. So this is very beautiful. I just wanted to show that short picture. Thank you very much for taking the video, and you know, I'll take that back to the US, and maybe my African-American cousins can see how beautiful these places, and they also can have the opportunity to be able to become landowners here, so they can work with the locals, and you know, we build that global African people's commonwealth. So, ciao.
Yep, the white man.
Do you feel more black here?
Oh, that's a good question. Yeah, I feel more. I do feel more black here. You know why I buy black? Inevitably. It doesn't matter where I go. And I won't say that because I have learned recently that some of these bigger places are owned by white people or Chinese people or something like that. So I've learned to, you know, frequent the black owners, but it's easier. Like the corner store, the locals, the market, it's all black people that woke up, went in their garden, picked those apples for you or picked those tomatoes for you and came to sell them to you. The people who's building my house, you know, these are black people. Everything I do here is black, not to mention the money I'm spending, there's black people on it. Like, that's a big deal for me. When I go in my pocket and spend, I'm constantly reminded of how great my people are. So I do feel more black here in a good way, though. Like, you can feel real black in America, too, but in a bad way. Like, you go into the nail salon to get your feet done, Chinese people doing your feet, they talk about you in their language. You go to the corner store ran by the Arabs and you give them their money, they give you your change on the counter, not in your hand. Or they watch you around the whole store like you're going to steal. You know, the police are killing us and shooting us down for no reason. So I'm very black in America, too, but just in a bad way. Like, here, I'm like royalty black, honey. Like, I'm the president. Like.
So we are trying to tag the sheep. This is the first time I've ever done this, but we're getting more and more sheep, and also I want to make sure that I know like who's who and who's all of this stuff. And also, so if there are, we are going to start to move them over to the other pasture, and we want to make sure that we know like kind of like the ages of everybody, because we had a bunch of babies born this spring, and so we want to know who is who and how old they are, so we know exactly what we're getting. And it'll just help also with like just keeping track of our animals. So we're gonna try to tag them. First we have to catch them. So fun begin.
Worldwide, moringa is an $8 billion business, and it's projected by 2030 to be an $18 billion business.
Moringa is actually a $9 billion a year industry. What does that mean? That means around the world, over $9 billion is consumed, traded, bought, and sold around the whole world when it comes to moringa. Moringa is so useful. Every single part of this tree can be used, from the leaves to the cuttings to the seeds and everything in between. Even the roots produce a tuber that is even used for spice.
I'm telling the youth of Ghana that farming is not about hoe and cattle. You can be a farmer and buy any car of your type. You can be a farmer and do whatever you want to do in this life. So don't see agriculture as using of hoe and cattle.
In Ghana, the opportunities are here. You got to think big, though. You know, like I say, if you want to go into agriculture for financial gain, you can't do a plot or two plots.
Bill Gates owns more land than all of the entire city of New York. Jeff Bezos' land is double the amount, clocking in at 420,000 acres.
But I was surprised. I thought it'd be different moving here in Ghana. I thought I would see a more brotherhood, sisterhood here among, you know, Africans here. I'm shocked. I think Ghana is going to be one of the top agricultural providers in the world.
Can I ask you a question? Can someone become a millionaire from farming this moringa you're talking about?
20 times over.
20 times over.
Yeah.
So if I farm moringa on 20
Just
acres, in the next 5 years, I will become a multi-millionaire.
In dollars.
In dollars.
You see, so if you are youth today and you are listening to me, just go into agriculture. You don't even need much knowledge to go into agriculture, and you can do it. And all of us can do it.
Those days that people see farming as a punishment, but I can tell you, farming is no more punishment.
But when you were a child and your dad and your mom was taking you to farm, you thought it was a punishment.
Oh yeah. That is how I was saying it. I thought my father is punishing me. Sometimes you go and they give you a portion to eat. If you are not able to do it, they will come back and beat you. They will even tell you that they will not give you food because you are not able to complete your task for the day. So at that time, we see it as a punishment.
So I always say that when you study agriculture in school and you are complaining about unemployment, it means you haven't gone to agri college. Or you haven't studied agri.
Say that again.
Yes, I'm telling you.
With Khalees on her 150 acres, soon to be 300 acres of land.
Kenya is everything. Kenya has everything. It is the hub of East Africa for technology and finance and obviously agriculture. It is all privately owned land here. All the animals are free and they're running wild, and we're farming, and it's dope building a little community.
In relocating to South Africa, I decided to invest instead of looking for a job. In making that decision, I considered the job market and the conversion of rands to dollars. Also, my intent was to go over there and retire. We know that doing that in the US, I probably wouldn't be able to retire until I'm old. Looking for the right property to buy or company to invest in, I wouldn't suggest doing that without help. If you're interested in the team that I've already vetted, check out the link in my bio. Join some of the live events.
Africa is the only way out. It's the golden and it's the holy grail for your freedom. Like, if Americans, African Americans specifically, don't see that investing in Africa changes everything for you, I mean, all the way down to generational wealth. Like, Africa's in a position where if African Americans take position now, you guys, every single African American in America would be a millionaire without even thinking twice, because there's nothing that's not needed over there. So you guys come with the discipline, you come with the knowledge, you come with the resources, and then what you've created just for developing America. Nothing can happen really in America without us. Just think about everything that creates so much revenue for America, from sports to entertainment to fashion to medicine. I mean, you name it. We're leading in every single sector, like us. Just imagine if we all just decided to just take all our bags, withdrew all our money, and go to Africa. Where would America be today? It would collapse overnight. Because nothing. Like, all of our athletes can go create their own teams.
Right. Welcome back again. You see, let me tell you something. It is very scary when the black people come together. It is very scary when the black people decide to unite and come together and live as one, as one thing, and it really scares them. The empires of Europe, or the white community, the white people. It really scares them so much. The imperialists, the colonizers, yeah, and that is why even when they wanted to actually manipulate or win us, they had to dismantle the unity we had by enslaving other people, by dividing Africa into many countries. And that is how it was easy for them to be able to manipulate us. They met in the years of 1984, if I'm not wrong, during the Berlin Conference. And that is when they decided they're going to divide Africa into many countries. They wanted to make us weak. And they managed on making us weak. And for many years, our weakness has really made them take advantage of us for many years, for many, many years. Now, right now, the existing generation understands a lot of things. The existing generations is a generation that does not want or does not allow to be manipulated very easily. And that is why you realize that now many African Americans or the black Americans who are outside the continent, they are looking forward to come back to Africa. Many of them are already coming back to the continent. And above all, they're not only coming, they're putting investments in Africa. I've shown you videos of many African Americans who are already investing in Africa, and they are already loving it. Now, it is shaking the empires, shaking the walls of Europe, shaking the pillars of Europe, because they know this is one of the steps that are very dangerous, especially to them who think, or to them who thought maybe they can never unite the people from the continent, or they can never unite the black people as a whole. Okay? Now, what I'm saying is that now these people are a little bit afraid. They're a little bit shaken right now, because you see, when a black person decides to invest in Africa, number one, he's going to raise the economy of the continent. It's going to make the continent very much productive compared to how it used to be productive before. When the continent becomes productive, the continent becomes very strong. It becomes stronger than how it used to be. And when the continent becomes stronger than how it used to be, it means now it's going to be very difficult for manipulation to go on, for oppression to go on, for discrimination to go on, for racism to go on, for segregation to go on. Why? Because we are manipulated very easily because of the weakness that we have, okay? Because of the poverty that is in our continent, because of the because of what we do not have or something. Now, it is not that we don't have; we got everything, and that is why when African Americans are coming to invest in Africa, they are more advantageous, because they would realize that in Africa there is everything. There is a lot of things in Africa that you need to make sure, or that you need to continue, or to build up your money, or to make wealth and all those things. But now our leaders have really been manipulated. Why are they manipulated? They are made to believe, or they're made to think they are poor. When they're made to believe and to think they are poor, now it becomes easy for them to give in to anything that they are being asked to do or something. Now they're being given some credits and all that. They give in to some things that are not supposed to be done. And then the people who end up suffering are the people from the continent. Now, by African Americans coming back to Africa, and many other Africans coming back to Africa and invest in Africa, it's going to raise and make the economy of this continent very stronger. The continent is going to be to realize that it's actually rich, and now it's going to be very difficult for manipulation to take over. So, number one, we will have united ourselves. The thing or something that has really been sending and shaking them, something they've been against for many years, and we will grow and manage and strengthen the continent to become people who are a little bit bigger than how many people think. Okay, so unity is what we need. And we need to come together and do things as one. This idea of African Americans deciding and starting to invest actually in Africa, it is something that I was looking at it and feel like, yo, this is something very interesting, something very wonderful, something that I never saw it coming. I never thought it might come anytime soon, but me seeing it happening and seeing it right now in action, I really love it. I don't know how am I going to express my feelings on this, or I don't know what am I going to say when it comes to this, but really, it's really something very nice, very wonderful. More so, you're going to make very big money, and you're going to actually make wealth very easily when you start investing in Africa. Because in Africa, you're going to maybe access some other things you are not able to access in America, or you're going to get hands in some things you're not able to get in America. For example, somebody was saying, I don't know if it's true, maybe you can confirm to me, that black people do not own lands in America. They pay rent or something. I don't know. You're going to tell me, I don't know if it's true or false. But one thing I'm sure about is that when a black American comes to Africa, you definitely, number one, you look like the black people who are in Africa. We and you, there is no difference. The black people in Africa and the black people in America, there's no very big difference. They look alike. They look the same. So when you're coming back to Africa, number one, you're going to look like the people who are in Africa. There's not going to be a very big difference between the two of you. Maybe the accent and all that. But again, when we see the accent and realize this man or this lady, is a black American, we feel like, oh, so these people are coming back home. And we feel so loved and we feel so happy. We feel encouraged and all that, you see. And even you yourself, you're going to feel like you're at home there's some other feelings that are going to grow. There's some other things that you're going to realize that you'll feel like you are at home. Even if you own a property, you own a land, you buy a house or you build a house in Africa, when you come out, you look at people who look like you and all that. People who are saying America or Africa is dangerous, they definitely must have not been to Africa before. That's why they're saying that Africa is dangerous. Africa is not dangerous. Africa is a beautiful continent. The people who are making Africa look dangerous are the people who are also oppressing you in the white man's land. The same people are the ones who are making you to believe that Africa is dangerous, okay? Otherwise, we wouldn't be living in Africa today, okay? Now, you see, it is easy for you to buy a land, own a land. Look at somebody like Kelly's. Kelly's is now an owner of 300 acres of land in Kenya. And he loves it. She loves it. You can see how she's jovial about it, how she loves what she's doing. She's doing farming right now, and she's doing many other things, animal farming, crops farming, okay? She has some little factories, and she's doing really well. We are urging, and we need it, so a prayer that every other person who is not in Africa, African Americans, the Black Americans, and this is even what our greatest leaders have been telling us, and they have been preaching every time, that the Black Americans and African Americans will come back to Africa, and we have a reunion, we work things together, we live together, and we build up our countries and our continent together. I want to know what you have to say on the comment section about this. Personally, myself, I love it. I think it's a very good step. It's a very wonderful move from the African Americans and from all the Black people in particular, because even we are welcoming you, and it takes our welcome to welcome you back home that gives you the heart to keep wanting to come back home. So tell me what you think on the comment section. I'll do my best to make sure I read the comments and give a response where possible. I am the African Streamline, and I'm going to ask you to subscribe to this channel if it's your first time to be here. For the returning subscribers, I really do appreciate you. Please don't leave without leaving a comment and sharing if there is need to. Also, press notification bell. Be the first person to get every episode as it comes in. I tell you every day, Africa is home, and anything that concerns Africa concerns me and you as Black people. Until next time, peace be with you.